What's up, everybody? Dr. Coach Kelly here, physical therapist, high school soccer and basketball coach. Today I want to show you a stretching technique called the pin and stretch. This is a really great technique for loosening up really tight muscles, especially in the neck and shoulder blade and shoulder area. So in order to do it, very simple. You need a hard ball. This is a lacrosse ball. You can use a tennis ball. You can use a golf ball even. Those tend to be a little bit too small. So I usually say a lacrosse ball is the way to go. And all you're gonna do is take it and you're gonna pin it up against the wall at about shoulder height for you, right? Depends on which muscles are tight. And I'm gonna show you a way to how to figure that out. But I like to start kind of right at shoulder blade height, okay? So that's where my shoulder is, maybe a little bit lower than that, okay? And you're gonna put it back there, and that's how I get my body to be in the right spot for it. I'm not too tight up through here, but basically all I'm doing is leaning back into that ball, okay? And what that's gonna do is usually in tight muscles, when you push on them, they give you like a hurt so good kind of feeling, right? You're like, it's kind of uncomfortable, but like, yeah, it kind of feels good. Almost like what happens when you get a massage, right? If it feels like it's too high on you, you just adjust and you move it down. That one feels a little bit better to me, right? And you kind of just lean into the wall, okay? Once you feel like you've got that spot, right? And you can kind of play around and experiment with it. Once you feel like you have that spot, so mine's like probably midway on my left shoulder blade right now, I'm gonna kind of pin it down. So I'm gonna lean with maybe 80% of my body weight into the wall back behind me. And then I'm just gonna move my head in different directions so that I'm pinning that muscle down and then stretching the other fibers that connect it to the other areas of my spine. So like I said, it's about midway down my shoulder blade, about halfway between where my spine is and my shoulder blade starts. And I'm gonna look down and into my right armpit. I don't really feel anything there. When I look up and I turn even more, that's where I feel like a really good stretch, kind of back through here. If it's on my left side, I want to look to my right. Looking to your left, you might feel something. You probably won't feel anything. So if it's on your left side, you look to your right. If it's on your right side, look over to your left. But like I said, mine's on my left side here. One that I really like to do with this is look down and into my right armpit. Sometimes I even get a little extra stretch with that pinned down back there. That usually feels really good. Sometimes even just tilting. It usually hits more up here, so you can always move your ball and then try it again in a different spot. But those are, those are my favorite ways to kind of pin down and give yourself like a self massage and really get into those muscle groups. I like to say hang out on it for anywhere between like 30 and 60 seconds really to get a good effect. You can do it 3 or 4 times throughout the day. Normal to feel sore after you've done it because you're moving muscles and you're moving joints and tissues in ways that they're not used to being moved. It's usually safe and healthy. Always consult with a qualified healthcare practitioner if you are feeling any pain or discomfort, especially with any of this stuff. You can always feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to walk you through any of it. But those are, that's like my go-to. When somebody calls me and they tell me they're having neck pain, I usually say go get a lacrosse ball, jump up against the wall, and start doing some pin and stretch, kind of self muscle releases there. So if you guys felt like this was helpful, please feel free to share it out to anyone who might benefit from it. If you have questions about it, reach out to me. I'm always happy to answer those. And if there's something else you want me to cover specifically, drop it in the comments or shoot me a message, and I'm happy to go after that. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.